Good morning, evening, friends. This your friendly announcer. That's Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson together, baby. What is up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing just fine. It is me once again, JP with Wise Guys Gaming, and I'm going to take a look at a game that I miss, and that is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, I know what many of you are saying. Why on earth would you miss that trash game? Well, I will tell you why. Because it is not a trash game. I'm going to rant a little bit. Just a little bit. Get your rant on. Hope you're ready for it. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite got a bad rap. For a number of reasons. Some good, some poor. Part of it was because something people were saying early on, like, why are the graphics so bad in this game? It was clear to me why the graphics were bad, and that is because it looked like they recycled character models. Everybody that was in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 looked almost exactly the same, with a few changes, like Morgan had some face issues, you know, Captain America had some bulk issues, things like that. Nothing terrible, but, you know, to me, very noticeable. Or at least for me, it was kind of noticeable that that's what was going on with this game. And the reason I say that is because you take it, new characters like Ultron, Winter Soldier, who came later, Venom even, they look really, really good. And it became kind of clear to me that this was less about, it was kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom was trying to save money. I'm bringing this out now. I read something today that there's supposedly a new update, a massive update coming, and I can't wait. I've been missing this game. Mainly because, and let me tell you this, I'm rambling a little bit with my rant. Marvel vs. Capcom came out around the same time that Dragon Ball FighterZ came out. The problem was that Dragon Ball FighterZ was a superior game. Superior in some ways, but not others. One of the things that Dragon Ball FighterZ does wrong, and I think they do wrong with a lot of other games, is the fact that they rely on the old school archaic assist system, and that being, I've got characters, these are my characters, this, you know, my 3-character team, this is who we are, this is what we do, and, you know, we can put in assists. But the assists that we bring in are always locked into place. There's always a fixed assist. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, how did I say this? It's kind of a tier list for me on how it's supposed to be done, how it should be done with assists. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is what Dragon Ball FighterZ is, and that is the system where to do your assist, you have a locked-in character, they have an assist. No, even Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had an even more option because they gave you a choice of 3 assists. The same thing that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 did. They gave you a character, but they also gave you an option of 3 assists. It's better, but it still ain't great. Because what you end up with are assist characters. And with that I mean the Dr. Dooms of the world, where people don't learn how to play the character that well. They just learn how to do... They bring them out solely for assists. And I think that's sad, because you cut out a lot of the population of the game. I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess you have to have a massive roster, because some characters nobody ever wants to play or plays well. They don't even try to play the character well. They just want them in there for long enough to get their assist on. Hasinko was real big in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or in the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 series, where people would just go gold with her to make it where she can't be knocked out. You know, she doesn't have a lot of hits done. And then they'd swap her out and just let her do assist the entire match. People didn't know how to play her, but they were happy to use her assist. And I think that's the wrong way to do it. Oh, stun him! Sorry, I'm still watching this. I just like watching this game, man. Look at that! The second way I want to talk about is what Skullgirls did. I love how Skullgirls handled it. You can have your assist character if you want, but the best thing they did with the assist is to let you input what you wanted the assist to be. So if you wanted a super move, you could do a super move. If you wanted it to be a grab, it could be a grab. If you wanted it to be a just a regular old attack, it could be a regular old attack. I really liked Valentine in that game, and she had a very good standing roundhouse, or standing heavy kick, which basically she pulls out a, you know, a pole and just starts swinging it. And it worked out very well. And I thought that was a really neat thing that they could do, because it adds a layer of depth to the game. You don't necessarily, you don't have to have an assist character, and it increases the chance that most of the characters in the game are good, because you don't have to have that character that's only, wow, that dropped. You don't have to have that character that's only here for assist, because you can take a character that you're maybe not great with, but okay with, and you can make an assist work. Or you can find characters that are good, that you're good with, and just, even if you can't do anything at all, you can give them just a standing heavy punch. Extra damage, helps you extend your combo. That's all you really need. What more could you ask for? It's all you need is right there for you. And I think it just got left by the wayside on that. But I think Skullgirls was also a vastly underrated game. Coming to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where they add in the assist system. I said this a lot and I'm going to stand by it. I feel like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was basically Marvel's version of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It had the baby stuff in there that people loved and also did not like, which Capcom caught a lot of flack for, but Dragon Ball FighterZ did not, and that's those baby, you know, auto combo stuff. Auto combos are terrible. They're the bane of existence to me. I say learn to play the game. You don't have to cater to people who don't want to play the game. Just have people who want to play the game learn to play the game. Because what ends up happening is the same thing that happened with the gym system in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and that is people who need it can't really do that much with it. People who don't need it, the really good characters, the really good players, they can use that to make themselves even better. You don't have to learn how to do that combo. All you have to do is lock it in and then you're good. Oh, you don't know what you want to do next? Somebody missed an attack, and now you can just, you know, you're suddenly in a position of advantage, so just mash jab. If it hits, you get a full combo. And that's kind of ridiculous. I like the way Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did it, because what they did was they allowed you to tag out, which allows you to create your own assists. There are no real assists, but what you can do, oh yeah, that Venom boy. What you can do is set up a situation where, say I've got Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier can pull out his gun and fire. It's kind of a long attack. So while he's firing, I can tag out and start up my next character. He can pick up the combo where it left off, he can keep going, he can stop and get better positioning. Like, there's so much more he can do. And I think that's something that's overlooked in this game. I also really enjoy the stone system, though I don't think it was very properly implemented. I forgot how to play this game too, guys. I'm sorry you're watching this gameplay. It's not stellar. Yeah! But I do like the stone system in this game, particularly because I think people didn't get a chance to really view it and see what all the stones could do. I'm a big speed stone advocate. Not because you can mash heavies, which you can do. You can mash heavies and do a lot of damage, and a lot of times kill people just from mashing heavies. But you can also find combos. If you look on my channel, I have an older video with Gamora where you can find combos and loops out of just the speed stone. And that's just one thing. People often use the space stone, people often use the soul stone, people often use reality stone. Mind stone sucked. They should have done better with that. It is what it is. Sorry, Capcom. You dropped the ball on the Mind Stone. But everything else, I mean, dude, there's a lot of good work put in this game. Gameplay-wise, I think this is probably one of the better fighting games that we've had in a while. It is what it is. I know people disagree with me, but much like Street Fighter Cross Tekken, I think the game got bogged down in a bad wave of press. And Capcom, once you're in a hole as a 500-pound gorilla, it's hard to come back out of the hole. You know, people say, you know, where the 500-pound gorilla sit, you know, wherever he wants to, because who's gonna stop him? Well, they make this game, everybody's like, whatever, you made this game, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be Marvel, and then they start to see it, and they start to latch on what parts of the game they do not like. They don't see the game for what it is. They don't want to see the game for what it is. They don't want to see where complexity lies, strategy lies, execution lies. You don't want to see any of that. What you really want to see is, hey, look, guys, we want this game, and we want it to be exactly what we want it to be, which is basically just a continuation of the last game. It's not productive, man. Meanwhile, you got this game out here that's mechanically sound, but nobody pays any attention to. Mechanically, the game functions very well. You have a basic combo structure where new kid outside of the auto combo, that's why I don't think there needs to be an auto combo. This game has basically this game functions off the Magic series, right? Which is, you know, lights to heavies. You can do combos going lights to heavies. You can literally go standing jab, standing low kick, standing heavy punch, crouching heavy kick into crouching heavy punch, and then jump in the air and do light punch, light kick, heavy punch, heavy kick, and get a full combo. And then when they fall to the ground, you can even hit tag or even not tag and do this all over again. Like, you ain't got to try that hard. So if that's the case, why do we need combos where one button does all the work? That's where I think they really should not have done. I don't agree with the auto combo system or anything. That's part of the reason that I have trouble going back to King of Fighters, because it really sucks to be trying to learn to play a game and get scrubbed out by somebody who's just pressing one button. And that's where I have my beef with auto combos. And I know people are like, well, you know, if you know what you're doing, you ain't got to worry about that. Yes, I know that, but if you don't know what you shouldn't be penalized in the game because, hey, I just started playing. I started playing and you started playing. You're willing to press one button, I am not, so therefore I deserve to be penalized. And that just doesn't make sense to me. Survive, Gamora. Like Robert Downey Jr. said, survive. Oh, came with that slow attack. Yeah, but also Gamora is one of my favorite characters in fighting game history. Like, realest of real talk. In fighting game history. Those gun skills and that sword? Ooh, it's so good. Honestly, I think Gamora, I would have preferred to see Gamora be or Dante be who Gamora is. I think based off what I've seen from a lot of Devil May Cry games, I think they could have worked that in. But since Dante is something entirely different and is a monster, Gamora is her own kind of monster, man. She's such a beast. Oh, I love watching her. All those gun loop combos and those sword loop combos. I mean, she's got so much to work with. I'd like to be better with Black Widow, and I'm kind of working on a new team with Black Widow and Spider-Man in this game. I just don't know how to play Spider-Man. If you're playing Marvel, you better have some execution to be playing Spider-Man if you want to get if you want to get good with him. You got to have some pretty good execution with that. And I've never really had a lot of good execution. Not so with Monster Hunter, though. Did I shoot the sleep capsule? I did not. Get blowed up! So again, and this is not like, yes, I am ranting, yes, I am rambling. This is not to say that Marvel vs. Capcom is the best game ever. You know, I'm not trying to be Capcom fanboy here, even though I'm sure that's how it's coming up. What I'm trying to say is, we overlook good things because we were too busy trying to find the bad one. Once we decided to get, like, this was after Street Fighter V, and people were kind of still mad about that. This game was pretty bare bones. That's why I'm really excited for the update, because I'd like to think that they're gonna do like they did Super Street Fighter V and just make it fantastic and amazing. But what Capcom did was kind of respond to the negative press they got from Street Fighter V with this game, but they didn't do it. They didn't go all the way in. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of went halfway in. So what you end up with is, well, Street Fighter V caught a lot of flack because they didn't have an arcade mode. They made sure this game had an arcade mode. Street Fighter V caught a lot of flack because the story mode is DLC. DLC story mode should come with the game. I paid for my game. It should be here. Fine. Cool. Whatever. So they gave it a story mode, and they made it a little more epic than the Street Fighter V story mode. Actually, no, the Street Fighter V story mode is pretty far-reaching. This one was poorly written, but it's not that bad. Like, there's a lot of stories out there that are very poorly written, and particularly in fighting games. So the notion that somehow should keep this game from succeeding is ridiculous to me. Doesn't make any sense. Can't coach it. Can't win with it. Can't do it. So I don't subscribe to that. Though I will say, man, I wish I was better with that. That could have been a kill combo. Wow, that was neat. But I don't subscribe to the notion that that's what kept this game down. I feel like what kept this game down was a lot of negative press, people not wanting to try it, and then when they saw it, they just had confirmation bias and started looking for all the worst stuff and being like, "This is, see, game sucks, see, this and this." It is what it is. I'm gonna have more content for it. I am, because I like the game, and I hope that the add-on comes out and it's even better. So stick with me if you want to see more of this and more Street Fighter and more fighting stuff. Soul Calibur 6 coming out this weekend. Can't wait to play it. Thanks so much for watching with me. I appreciate it, guys. Peace out.
Quiet. I hear voices.